Greetings and welcome to my channel, Act 2, Life After 50. My name is Brene Bradley, and I started this channel as a way to discuss the issues of interest and the issues that are important to mature women. That means women over 50, maybe women over 40, 60, it doesn't matter. If you consider yourself a mature woman, some of these issues are definitely going to be of interest to you. So welcome aboard. Today's topic is the 10 things I did on my journey to lose weight. Something that many women are often interested in doing. So before I jump into today's topic, I want to ask you to join this community, be a part of what we're doing. And the way you can do that is by, if you're on YouTube at all, if you're here today, then you know, subscribe. And if you would like to also support us, then you will also press the notification bell, because I don't do videos every day. Or every week, actually. I don't do videos every week. I do videos when there is a topic that I want to discuss, maybe 2 a month. So please press the notification bell. Next, if you would please like the video, go ahead and like it now. I know you're going to like it, so go ahead and like it now so you don't forget at the end. And then finally, share this with other mature women that you may know. So disclaimer here, because this topic has to do with health. I am not a doctor, a nutritionist, or anything like that. I am a mature woman, 65 years old, who has been losing the same 15 pounds for many years. And I finally believe that I have found the way to make that weight loss permanent and not just a passing fad. So, and also I want to say here as another disclaimer is I'm not a professional YouTuber. You can probably tell. But I think it's more important that I get the content out than it be perfect, because it's not going to be perfect, because I'm still learning how to do this. So please give me grace. Again, today's topic is the 10 things that I did on my weight loss journey. And we're going to discuss those things, and I'm going to give you the tips that I used. And again, because I'm not a professional YouTuber, I'm going to be looking at my notes to make sure that I don't forget anything. The first thing that I did on my journey, and this is step 1, was realize that diets just don't work. That yo-yo up and down stuff just does not work over time. Losing weight for an event, an occurrence, a wedding, a reunion, it just doesn't last. And then you just up, down, up, down. And I wanted to make a lifestyle change. I realized in my maturity that I wanted to spend the rest of my life in good health. It wasn't so much as losing weight was the primary purpose, but really to live a quality life and have all of the functions of my body as I live this life. So that was the first thing, is really making a mental switch. And leading into the next thing is my mind, changing my mind. So there is a scripture that says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's really true. You really have to saturate your mind with new information in order to get your mind to think differently. So I started to consume books about health, videos about health, following certain researchers and doctors that talked about how the human body works and how it stores fat and those kinds of things. And it really did change my perspective about food and about my eating. And so I went from being worried about just losing weight to really understanding how my body functioned, at least from a layperson's perspective, and how to sustain weight loss and good health at the same time. And that was step 2. Step 3 is, for real, please see a doctor. Do not make any physical changes in your lifestyle without seeing a doctor. But one of the things that I learned was seeing my general practitioner was not enough. That most doctors really focus on aftercare. It's like after you're sick, you go to the doctor. And so they prescribe some medicine, do a treatment, run some tests. You have to do a surgery. Yeah, it's more about that than helping me to gain good health and to preserve my good health. So a friend of mine told me about functional medicine. And so I found a functional medicine, actually I was referred to a functional medicine center. I went there and it really changed my life. They did not look at my health from a deficit. They looked at my health from an asset and how they were going to partner with me to actually be a better, healthier person. They did a very deep testing analysis. So they knew everything. The first visit, they spent an hour and a half with me just going over when I was younger and anything that was in my family, and really spent time getting to know my whole physical status. And then they ran tests accordingly. So it was a great experience. I found out a lot of things about my body that I actually did not know going to a functional medicine doctor. And so there is a place where if you just don't happen to know of one, or if your doctor is not a functional medicine doctor, there is a place called the Institute of Functional Medicine. It's an online resource. They have a directory where you can find a doctor in your area. Step 4 on my journey is I stopped drinking sodas. Now, that was a big thing for me because I had to have a soda at lunch, a soda at dinner at least. And if it wasn't a soda, then I'm from California, but now I live in Georgia and we like sweet tea down here. Not iced tea, but sweet tea down here. So I always had to have that beverage with my food. And so about 2 years ago, I just decided no more. I'm just not going to consume those extra calories, and stop drinking the soda was a good way to do that. And so I did that. So for almost 3 years now, I don't drink sodas, sweet tea. It took me a little longer to kind of break myself from the sweet tea, but now I don't do that. I just mainly drink water, or I'll make my own beverage that is, with lemon and ginseng and stuff like that. And so that's what I do. The next thing that I did was intermittent fasting. I started doing that about a year ago. And I really found that with intermittent fasting, the weight dropped fairly quickly at first. It really did. And what that is it's a daily fasting of 16 hours of not eating, which includes the time that you're asleep. So it's really not that hard. 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours. Within that 8-hour period of time, I could eat sort of what I wanted to. And when I first started doing intermittent fasting, I just did whatever I wanted to eat. I just ate whatever I wanted to eat. But then later on, I found out some of the foods that I was eating, much of it was sort of junk food, devoid of any kind of nutrition. And later on, I kind of found out about that, and I do a bit better job at that. But intermittent fasting really worked. I am not the guru on that, but I will put a link down below on at least one video that will give you more information from someone who is much more expert than I am on intermittent fasting. So that was number 5. The next thing I did, number 6, was to cut added sugar from my food. You would be surprised. Added sugar is in everything. It's in potato chips. It's in everything. And so when I started looking at the ingredients of the food that I was purchasing from the store, I was really amazed at how many grams of sugar ended up in my food. So I just decided that I was going to X out sugar. It's toxic to your body. It adds to the whole chemistry of the body that helps you to gain weight and to keep the weight on. There's going to be a little bit more information on insulin resistance, which is something you have to kind of understand in order to see how the body works and how it holds on to fat. This video is not that video, but just to let you know that that is what I found out in my research, in my saturating my mind. The next thing I did right behind the cutting out the sugar was starchy carbs. It kind of goes together because starchy carbs, if they are not used as fuel by the body treats it like sugar and then stores it like fat. Yes, stores it like fat. And so you can not eat any sweets, but still have the carbohydrates, the starchy carbohydrates. They will continue to add fat to your body or make it difficult for you to lose weight. And so you're saying, well, I'm not eating sweets, I'm not eating cookies, I'm not eating dessert. But then you might be eating French fries, you might be eating that loaded potato, you might be eating pasta. You know, all of those things contribute to weight gain and make it very difficult for your body to lose the weight that you want to lose. Number 8 on my journey, that's 10. Number 8 on my journey was to take a multivitamin and supplements. So I knew that I was not getting enough nutrition from my food. It just, everything that my body needs, especially as I get older, I just did not have enough of it. And I knew that because every time I would go to the doctor for an annual checkup and they would take, you know, the panel of tests, I would always be vitamin D deficient, at least vitamin D, iron, various things that I was deficient. So I started taking supplements to make up for what was not in my food. And really, not only does it help me to feel better, I don't get sick like with colds and things that I used to always get all the time. It's much better now that I take a really good high quality. And while I'm not knocking grocery stores, I don't get my vitamins from grocery stores. I get them so that they are high quality, they cost more, but high quality vitamins, making sure they're made non-GMO, organic, from an established company that has been making vitamins for many years, and that they keep them in, you know, you're in dark bottles so that they don't, the strength of them is not diluted by the light and things like that. So nope, I don't get those vitamins that you just pick up for $5.99 at the grocery store. I go to either a vitamin store, or many companies have online ways that you can purchase their vitamins. Number 9 is move more. Now, a lot of people who research and know about how the body works will tell you that exercising is not gonna really knock the weight off, but you will feel better. Your body will be in better condition. Your muscles, your tendons, your bones will be stronger. So, and there is a psychological positive thing that happens when you exercise. So exercise is on my list of my journey, the 10 things I did on my journey. Even though it did not move the weight off, it made me feel much better. And I was in, again, my goal isn't weight loss as much as my goal is healthy living for as long as I have to live, another 20 or 30 years from now. Last thing, number 10 is an accountability system. So a lot of the weight loss programs have an accountability system built in. And that's really important because much of why we might be holding on to weight that we don't want is because we have bad habits, or we're around people that we kind of go with the peer pressure type of thing. So a good accountability system is very important in the weight loss journey. And my accountability system is you. So I want to be able to be accountable to my online community of women over 50, the mature women, to stay on track with this eating better for a healthier body and long life. So those are the 10 things that I've done on my weight loss journey, my healthy life journey, and I just wanted to share them with you. And if you found them interesting or helpful, thank you. Just remember to subscribe to the channel, press the notification bell, like the video, that's really important, and then share with a friend. And if there's other topics that you'd like for me to make a video about, do some research about, and share, please put them in the comments below. And I will add to the show notes below a couple of links to some videos about the intermittent fasting, or some of the things that I talked about on my video, my journey. Thanks a lot. And I'll see you next time. Take care.